Hey, what's up, you guys? It's that podcast with LPiddy and Jon Jon.
What? Hey, world. That's right. Order is up. Folks, this is episode number 31.
Yes,
you
it
heard
is.
Hashtag that podcast all over social media.
Indeed. If you want to follow us, our links are below. We're not going to tell you what they're. Just follow us.
That's right.
We're threatening you.
Yeah, follow us.
Follow us.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, LPiddy and I are back for episode 31.
Indeed. We would have been back a little sooner, but we had a holiday.
Yeah.
That took up the whole week.
America's birthday, folks.
Mm-hmm. America.
Yes. The Americans love 4th of July.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Actually, today, all over town, people were all over town.
Yes.
I mean,
in like flag clothing.
But isn't it protocol that if it's the holiday weekend, isn't it the weekend before? Like if Halloween lands on a Wednesday, wouldn't you celebrate prior? Because then you just look like a crazy person in a costume.
I see what you're saying.
Good questions, Jon Jon.
But I've seen Halloween being celebrated before, after, during, and then 3 months past. So, so I can't really give you an educated answer at this point. But
is that because you're just still in this Pennywise costume?
Exactly. Yay, Halloween. Actually, I have a vendetta about Halloween because everybody after like 4th of July, everybody just skips to Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
And then or skip over Labor Day too. My birthday's around Labor Day, so I'm just like, oh, okay, cool.
So there's some inner feelings that you're feeling.
Yes.
You do matter.
Yes. Quick shout out to Assad.
Assad, that's right. That's DJ Khaled's son.
We the best.
He is the best, and we the best.
We the best because of Assad. So
yeah,
he's sleeping right now. Hopefully,
he better be sleeping. Oh, they just went on vacation on their Snapchat.
Yes, I need to get on that Snapchat again because I suck apparently.
Yeah, Snapchat. We were just talking about this. It's so antiquated. Like, girl. We on Instagram now.
Right.
We on Twitter now.
Well, you're on Instagram now.
Yeah. Aren't you on Twitter, Instagram? Are you doing the stories?
Mm-mm.
Are you boycotting?
I have not done any stories.
Why?
I don't know.
She's like, when I post, it will not expire. Your posts are like yogurt, Jon Jon.
Ew.
They have a lifespan of 2 months.
I'm just like...
I don't know.
Because everybody's just copying each other. Like, you're just really trying to get Snapchat out of business, but whatever.
That was a read. That's our new shade button. Thank you to Wow Presents
Wow Presents who
said that to us. That's of course the producers for our favorite show in the whole entire universe.
And what show is that?
Girl, you know that is Start Your Engines. May the best woman win. RuPaul's Drag Race. RuPaul's Drag Race. Are you the best woman win?
Nah.
Oh, girl.
We got to catch up on some things that happened.
That's right. Girl, RuPaul is over.
I don't know what to do. Well, I do know what to do with myself.
Yes, it just frees up one night of our week from watching something.
Exactly. Well, that too. But then it gives me a chance to like catch up. Like Leslie. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Leslie Jones.
Thank you. I couldn't.
Leslie Jones at LesDog. Yeah. Is the funniest thing on Twitter.
Right. And I love people who are like, oh, just wait. Just wait. This is not a spoiler. Just wait. Just wait.
It's about to get juicy.
I think she just finished. I haven't looked. I think she's in 6. Yeah, she just finished 6 and she needs to start 7.
7.
Which 8 is my favorite one so far. But
so that's your favorite. So my favorite has to be season 6.
Yeah, so which I haven't got to yet. So.
And that winner was Bianca Del Rio. Of course, the season you're watching, season 8, is Bob the Drag Queen.
Exactly.
And we are at season 10 finale.
I know.
Isn't it kind of surreal to see all of the queens in the reunion and the grand finale, and knowing that we interviewed, 80% of them?
Yeah, it's super
kind of
weird.
And it's really cool.
And I wish we would have gotten to interview them all.
So true. Thank you, audience. We're proud of that, too.
Thank you. I probably just kicked you. I'm so sorry.
Ow!
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get comfortable. My dancer legs are in the way. No, I'm not Tana. Sorry.
That's right.
Yes.
Dun.
But, yeah, I wish we would have interviewed the Vixen.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, and then
Vixen, she caused a lot of controversy in the season.
Right.
But when you watch back, it's really interesting. You could see how people could side with her.
Yeah.
Including myself.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Right. But, and then I also wish we would have interviewed Aquaria. We just missed her.
Oh, yeah. Aquaria wasn't having it.
Mm-hmm.
And her manager, all tea, all shade, was like, she is so long-winded. She should probably not do this interview because she has a panel.
Right.
And we're like, 2 minutes? Okay, no biggie.
Yeah.
Which is all good.
Well, we got a couple of that, their managers, a couple of managers told us that too, like, you can only ask one question, just trust us. Like, not trying to be, like, rude or anything. They're like, no, just trust us.
Trust us. She'll go on and
shout out
on.
to the managers.
Yes, big shout out, audience.
Thank you so much. But yeah, so I wish we would have got to talk to Aquaria and the Vixen. I'm trying to think who else. I actually took a picture with Kalorie, Karbdashian, and Williams.
Yes, you did.
And I still have my autographed picture. So
how adorable.
She's so sweet.
So out of all the queens, who do you wish we interviewed at DragCon LA 2018?
Gosh, now I gotta look at the. I do know.
Just someone top of mind.
I have two.
All right, let's do a tie for you.
Eureka.
Oh, yes, girl.
Obviously. Like, I just want to hug her and be like, let's be best friends. And then Kameron Michaels.
Yes.
Just because I'm going to kidnap Kameron.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's okay. You could be my boyfriend and my girlfriend because you can make me look beautiful. It's a little selfish. It's fine.
It is, but you got the all.
Right.
Yeah, my dream girl to interview for sure is Bianca Del Rio, season 6 winner.
Ooh, that would have been a huge.
Yeah, huge interview, Laurie. But yeah, no, that really is. And we were talking about this earlier. Bianca Del Rio really changed the face of drag. Whereas, like, you had to be a fully formed performer.
Exactly.
She really dubs herself as an insult comic, and I think her comedy is very similar to Joan Rivers.
Yes.
So her winning, I thought, was really, really cool. So Bianca Del Rio, if you hear this, I love you, I adore you, let me interview you.
Get on our show. Get on our show.
Come on, Bianca.
Yes.
But yeah, so RuPaul's Drag Race. So overall, tens across the board. This was season 10.
I'm so sorry. I have to go back to who else I would like to interview.
Okay.
Sorry.
She'd like to open voting up again.
Yes, I surely would. I mean, if we're looking at previous seasons, from All Stars.
Shangela. I knew it. Studio audience, give it up. I know you too well, girl.
And then season 7, there's 2 that I would like to interview.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Who's that?
Katya.
Oh, yes.
And Trixie Mattel.
Oh, yes.
I'm over the fact that, like, even though what I said for All Stars 3, I'm like, I either want Trixie or Shangela. I have to, like...
She's pounding the desk again.
I either want Trixie or Shangela to win. And I wanted them to be in the top 2. So I'm still happy that Trixie won.
Totally.
But I'm still a little bit bitter that Shangela didn't win. But I'm happy that Trixie won. And I just want to interview Trixie.
Yeah, Trixie's kind of under fire right now for a roast joke. And it's real dicey. We're not going to get into it too hard, but people are alleging racism between her and Latrice. And yeah, I think, not to get into that specific thing, but as a comic myself, I think roasts are open game.
It's open game, but it's still a fine line.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Because it can turn into name calling so quickly.
Well, not only name calling, but like revealing stuff you don't want to be revealed to, I would think. So I'm not a big fan of roast.
Oh, really?
We kind of talked about it too. Like, I'm just like, I can accidentally read people.
It's true. You're too nice for a roast. I'll be honest with you.
Exactly. I'm totally like, I like positive things. I like being that positive cussing girl. I'm going to give you the best compliment, but there's going to be a lot of fucks in there.
That's exactly right.
It's very true. So
yeah, it's true. And I do. I think roasts are kind of off limits, and you kind of know already going in. It's pretty hot. So.
Right.
Anyway, but that's just my little opinion.
Right. If anybody plans a roast for me, just so you know, I'm going to walk the fuck out.
Oh, she's going to cry?
No, I'm going to walk the fuck out.
and then cry in the hallway.
Yeah, I'll probably just go home and, like, sleep.
And cry in the bedroom.
No, I'm not a big crier unless I'm, like, super happy.
Oh, that's so sweet. But yeah, roasts are a hoot.
A hoot nanny.
A hoot nanny,
y'all.
If you plan a roast for me, please just let me know.
See, I couldn't.
Because I'm down.
Then I would cry because I'd be like, Jon Jon's the best person.
No,
I'm also drunk, apparently.
Yes, you are. But I love it. I'm like, come for me, y'all. If you guys have a good read me, y'all. Read me on the internet.
Please don't read me.
Don't do it. But yeah, so RuPaul's Drag Race season 10 just completed. Oh, just dropping shit again. She's throwing her water bottle.
I was thirsty.
So I grabbed LPiddy water from the vending machine.
Yes.
And I said, I'll get a Pepsi. I said to myself. And God rewarded me with 3 Pepsis. So I'm not really sure.
Lord.
Thanks the Lord.
Thanks to the Lord.
Thanks the Lord.
Yes.
But yeah, so RuPaul's Drag Race, I have no idea why I had the need to tell you all that.
Because I dropped my water.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm like, why did I have...
Thank you for my water, by the way.
You are most welcome.
Yes, I didn't come prepared.
It was great, but this is why I can't drink water. I get rewarded for going to get a Pepsi, and I get 2 additional. I mean, I'm like, hello. I'm like,
you walked in, and you're like, the Lord is telling me not to drink water, and I just brought in all 3 Pepsis, and I'm like, oh, okay.
My boo's probably like rolling his eyes right now. It's like, you need to drink water, and it can't always be carbonated.
Right. You gotta try not sponsored that hint water.
Oh, you were saying that before we started.
Yes. So my favorite.
I'm like, I got the hint. Orders up.
So I like the cherry one. So, and I mean, I'm not a part of the whole LaCroix phase. Like I tried to be, and I'm like, I don't know.
You just don't like it, right? Because it's too plain, probably.
It's too plain. Like I've done like I'm a cherry fan. Okay.
Oh yes.
I did the cherry limeade, and I was like, okay, I can kind of deal with this, and I didn't buy any more after that.
Like, no more, no more.
I'm good.
So season 10 of RuPaul, on a scale of 1 to 10, girl, how'd you rate the season?
Oof.
Out of seasons you've seen before.
I'm gonna say 8.
Ooh.
8. It's pretty high up there.
Very good. I'm gonna agree with that. I'm gonna come very close to your score. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7.
And I was I was bobbling with a 7. I should have said 7.5, but I feel good with 8. So
you know what I'm fascinated by? How popularity raises to such a crazy level after episodes have aired.
Yes.
Meaning, even I cared less about the queens that were on TV.
Right.
Prior to them being on TV. And I don't know what psychological thing happens.
Right.
That they become relevant or important to us.
Right.
Do you mean?
It's weird. And then, I've lost my thought. Never mind.
But no, it's just bizarre that, we did the first looks. And even then, now I look back and maybe it's, it's like kind of with any human being. We got to know them. We're rooting for them. We got to know their personalities. Maybe that was it. But
right.
I find it fascinating.
Yes.
Rumor has it there's a Denver queen on season 11.
Exactly.
We can't really say much.
Right. But I want to give a shout out to these spoilers on YouTube because you're keeping me entertained.
That's true.
Yes.
Go back to Shoutout.
Yes. I don't know who you are. I'm not going to give out your name.
No, but it's I love it.
Yes.
All the tea, all the shade.
But let's just jump into the reunion. I
want
to be all up in that reunion.
Get up in that reunion.
Yes.
So the RuPaul's reunion was recorded at the Ace Hotel in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Mama Ru hosted it.
Yes.
Of course, out of drag, so she was in male form.
Right. I don't blame her because, hair and makeup.
Girl, trust and believe.
Ugh.
Both Lori and I got these little baby hairs that are just sticking out straight up.
I did. All my black girls know, and some black men, because there's some black men with long hair. But wash day is a whole event in itself. So I totally did the wash day today, but then I didn't straighten afterwards. So I'm rocking the natural today.
It's true. I didn't put no hairspray up in here, so it looks all kinds of.
You got natural too.
Girl, just natural curls, looking like I put my finger in an electrical socket.
I mean, no, but
fine. Maybe I just got shocked a little.
Ooh.
Speaking of shocking, in the restroom at the office here, there was a.
Forget about this.
There's a 2 things. There was a moth on the floor again. Remember we talked about the dilemma?
Oh, I have a moth story after this.
It was fluttering on the ground. What is my moral, ethical duty, folks? Do I have to kill it? Because I couldn't. Well, do I let it suffer?
Let me tell you what happened to me on the 4th of July.
So on the 4th of July.
On the 4th of July, 2018, we were hanging out at the pool.
# pool party.
And I was hanging out with my neighbor, and her mom and mom's fiance came, and I'm just meeting the fiance. Then I look down at my swimsuit. There is this big moth on me.
No, bitch.
And it was, granted, it was gorgeous. It was black, white, and pink.
Oh.
Yeah, but
That's a butterfly, bitch.
No. It was.
She said it's a pretty moth.
It was a moth. Like, where I live, things are bigger out there. Like,
So you took it. What colors were this moth again?
Well, I think it was. I looked real fast because I started yelling.
So it was pink, purple.
No, pink, white, and black. Where'd you get purple?
Oh, pink, white, and black. I heard purple somewhere there.
But anyways, like, so I'm sitting there, and it's like, it's on my boob, okay? It's on my boob. And I started freaking out. I'm like, so I look at somebody, I was like, please get it off. And the guy, like the mom's fiance, neighbor's mom's fiance, was like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I give you permission, please get this off of me. And I'm like trying to like
off my boobie.
Kind of like get it off, and then it falls on my leg, and I'm just looking up like, oh Lord, I'm gonna die. This is it.
But it was dead.
No.
Oh, it stayed alive.
Well, I thought it was, and like it like landed like right next to me, and I looked at it.
Word.
And it was just laying there, and then I like moved.
Sunbathing.
Yeah, just sunbathing. Then I moved a smidgen, and it started flying towards me again. So I ran into a concrete bench because I was like, it scared the shit out of me.
Yes.
I have a bruise on my leg
from this. Oh, do you see these moths / butterflies are so abusive?
They're so abusive, but they're bigger out there. I have megalophobia. Okay.
What is that?
I'm scared of some big things.
Girl, I don't frighten you.
Yeah. So.
No wonder. Now I understand. Should we all anytime I come near?
No.
She's like, Godzilla.
That's me in the morning. Oh shit! Oh no, it's me. It's fine.
Oh, it's a mirror.
It's me.
So I would like to get into this moth butterfly situation.
Oh yes.
Is it a moth or is it a butterfly? You said
it was a moth.
Okay.
That was on me. Yeah, it was a moth.
Now, how do you know it's a moth?
The how its body was, like you could see like close up, like it was big, so you could see it was like a moth body. I think, I don't know. Do
moths only come? No, I don't think they come out at night only.
No, I don't think so.
But
no, because I was out during the day.
That was going to be my hypothesis.
Right.
That maybe it's a butterfly. She said no, it's a moth.
No, it definitely did not look like a butterfly. I wish. I would have been like, okay, and then I would have done like an awkward titty shake, and that would have been like real awkward. Like
look at that lady with the butterfly on her.
And then there's obviously like everybody else is at the pool too, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my, that sounds absolutely frightening.
But we were like having weird bug stuff that day too, so we were there starting to cook, and there was another little family, and this little boy was like in the pool already. He's like, oh, I found a moth in the pool. Saved the moth's life.
My word.
Then he finds a dead spider. Big ass spider in the pool.
Oh no, I think spiders can swim too. I've read this.
Well,
I think maybe I
don't know. Well, this one was floating, and then so he got it out. This 10-year-old boy, like saving lives. So I appreciate this little boy. I didn't.
He's all giving the bug CPR.
Right. Well, he gets it on the concrete, and then all you.
And then they burn.
No, I wish. And I'm sorry, PETA, but I don't like spiders. Come get them. Come protect me.
I don't know people who are like, I love. Well, actually, there probably are those people. Yeah. I love spiders and moths.
Yes.
They also probably wear white makeup and we're all black.
Anyways, he puts the little dead spider on the ground, and all of a sudden you just see little dots.
Oh,
there was babies on it.
Oh, so the mother died, but the baby survived.
They're just chilling on the back. Wow. And then, like, he left the spider there, and he was just squirting it with the squirt gun. I'm like, I know you just saved it. Can you move it to the bushes, though? And he's like, yeah, sure.
How traumatizing.
Right. This kid was a champ, though, because he saved our lives from this dead baby spider drama.
He will probably never have friends.
Right. He seemed pretty cool. He's fine.
Yeah. It's like, I save insects from the pool.
Yes. Go me. Then I squirt them.
I saved a litter of spiders.
Right.
Like,
Go
what?
Me.
Oh, Lord. But yeah, so, and we'll get into the butterfly effects / disaster of the grand finale in a little bit. But yeah, the reunion was all tea, all shade for RuPaul. It was crazy. Those girls came for it.
Right. I know.
Yeah, and then Vixen, we'd be remiss to say this. Vixen.
That's all I could think about with this reunion. It's
walked
just like,
out.
yeah. And I think about Vixen, and then I think about Asia standing up for her.
Oh yeah.
And like putting blame on her too, and I just love that moment because she's right. She's absolutely right. We're people too. Well, I'm not. None of us got up. I wish I was a drag queen, but I'm not.
No, but it's true. She was very frustrated that no one got up to save her, and there was some Reddit forums that were saying they broke for 2 hours to get her back on stage, and it never happened. So I don't know if that's true. That's allegedly,
right?
But I thought that was interesting news. But her mind was made up. I think, my opinion on the matter is RuPaul said it, and I think there's truth to it. I think there was no coming back after she said it, in my opinion.
Right.
You know, there's some mixed views on that.
There is, but I mean,
what do you think? You think she had her mind made up when she did it?
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't coming back, right?
Oh yeah. No, she's definitely not coming. I don't blame her. I wouldn't come back either.
No way.
After that, because it felt like she was getting attacked. Granted, like, she wasn't the most perfect. She was the villain of the show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
this is all very ironic too, coming from you, because you are very. I said this to you earlier. You're very diplomatic. Mm-hmm. You're a pageant queen, so there's some element of face you have to
grace, keep. Even though I look like a potato. Ooh, I should make potatoes tonight.
Beauty
anyways,
and grace potatoes.
Oh, remember how I talked about baked potatoes? That's totally what I'm gonna do tonight.
That sounds bomb.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was crazy. But yeah, she left, and you know, all the queens had a lot to say after she left.
Right.
And that's that.
Right. That's really all I remember with the reunion.
Yeah, I do. She did do RuPaul. Did a couple of the most memorable lip syncs, and of course my legendary moment.
Yes, Monet exchange.
That's right.
Oh my god!
When she did that fake out split, I lived for that.
I was reborn again.
It was so good. But yeah, the reunion was a skewer pot of drama.
So before we get into the finale, though, I want to know, who from season 10 would you like to see on All Stars 4?
Oh, definitely, I think Vanjie.
Oh, yes.
But Vanjie, that's kind of going with it. Rumor has it she's going to be on season 11.
Right, which I think they just wrapped up taping for, or they're still finishing up.
This is what I hear.
Yeah.
And then the person I'm really rooting for outside the show, she just warms my heart. Monet Exchange. I just love her. I want to see more of her.
Yes. I agree with Monet Exchange 110%. And you know what? I'm going to just jump to All Stars 5 that I would like to see Asia O'Hara on there.
Yeah.
And Ms. Cracker.
Oh, yeah. They're both solid. Asia's just a sweetheart. Asia is truly a pageant queen.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. Like, I would like her to coach me.
Oh, that would be fun. She makes costumes too, girl.
Right.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Right. Can you make me a fitness wear or a dress? I don't know. I gotta go dress. Wow.
Drip shopping.
Drip.
Yes, you do. Another pageant on the way.
Yes, we will be submitting the deposit shortly. The check should be coming soon.
Very good.
Yes.
No bouncing there, y'all.
Nope.
But yeah, the grand finale of RuPaul's Drag Race. Give it up, fake audience. Yeah, girl. So that was the tea. So I always love RuPaul comes out at the intro.
Yes, I loved it. Oh my god!
And RuPaul doesn't really do lip syncing anymore, or even any dancing.
No.
So I was living for her.
I was like, yes. I was dancing with her.
Yeah,
like,
she's kind of going back and forth.
Walk back, walk forward. Now watch this. Now watch this.
Yeah, no, that was so good. I love me some friggin' frackin' Rupaul.
Right.
Rupaul.
Oh, she needs to come up with an alcohol called Rupaul. Rupaul, are you listening? You got to give us a cut.
Rupaul.
Yep, just 5%. That will cover enough.
Rupaul.
That's
so good. Oh, and there's no reason to Rupologize.
Nope.
No, ma'am.
It's too late to Rupologize. It's
Relate. No, RuPaul is the bomb. So she came out and danced, and there was an appearance by every single one of the queens.
Yes. And then season 1 queens.
Yes,
showed up.
I lived for this. So they had a nice little before the show started. Good point. All the season 1 queens came out.
Yes. Porkchop
Parker,
which I didn't realize. Like, you could tell she got work done, and then I saw her little episode, like little snippets, and I was like, oh yeah, you got work done.
Yes. Victoria is epic. Victoria Porkchop Parker, who I think current reigning DragCon LA.
Really?
Yeah, so I think she won that pageant.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then of course Denver favorite and our loca queen, Miss Nina Flowers. Yes, she was there. You know who was missing from the season 1 lineup?
Who was?
My queen Tammie Brown.
I know.
It was real weird. So.
Well, there's been rumors about her floating around too, about being on All Stars 4 again.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Because that first season of All Stars, they paired everyone up.
Yeah.
And it just kind of didn't work out for a lot of people.
It sure didn't.
But I have said this to everyone that I've talked to about season 1 of All Stars. That All Stars was created so that they could give Chad a title. Chad Michaels. Because Chad Michaels is epic, first of all. And the fact that she didn't win season 4 blew me away. Okay. But Sharon Needles also really, really deserved it.
Right.
So I think that's exactly what they went into.
I gotcha. I feel
like, we got to give this bitch a crown, but not just any crown.
An All-Stars crown.
All-Stars crown.
That was not a bad impression. I don't know what impression that was. That's how bad it was.
But yeah, so then and the reunion was also taped in front of a live audience at the Ace Hotel in L.A.
You might have saw us.
Yes.
In the trailer, actually.
Yeah, so it was cool. There was a portion about halfway into the show. LPiddy, myself, and my boo thing, Alex. Hi, Alex.
Oh, my God.
We were in one of the B-rolls for DragCon LA.
Yeah. Especially Jon Jon, who, like, squatted into the peace sign. So.
We will, I'll link that GIF for you all.
And I think, that was a shot where it looks like I'm falling, and it's just because I'm, like, really super short.
That's so funny. Yeah, it's like,
I'm not that short. I'm like, I'm short.
Find your light, y'all.
Right.
Yeah, so that was cool. But then, so what they did is they lip sync for the crown again. So it was 2 queens against 2 queens.
Yes.
And the first set of queens, the first person who was kind of pulled up on the wheel was Kameron Michaels.
Yep.
Who then had a choice to lip sync with any of the 3 queens, which would be Aquaria, of course, Asia, or
Eureka.
That's right. And who did you choose, LPiddy?
Asia.
That's right. So she chose Asia O'Hara.
Sorry, I'm like thinking about like what happened again. I'm just like, ah.
And ironic, I thought it was weird that they did "Nasty" again by Janet Jackson.
I did too.
Love the song, but it was the second lip sync for.
I'm like, there's plenty of songs you can choose.
It was odd that they went the same, but it's still, hey, I got into it.
Right, and everybody loved it though. Like the minute they announced that song, they were like,
Yes!
We were in the very back, like, because we were falling out of the nosebleeds. So
that's right. But yeah, Kameron Michaels, right as that first beat hit, she was serving. She's a lip sync assassin.
Oh yeah,
she's killing it.
Her and Monet exchange. Yeah.
And then Asia O'Hara, this is kind of went viral.
Yes.
Poor Asia. So Asia looked great.
Right.
Although she was kind of in this kind of floral butterfly gown, which had really odd placements of things.
Right, like she had super big boobs that looked super awkward.
Very Madonna Cone-esque.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right.
Looked like that. You know what it looked like? It looked like my mom used to make Kool-Aid up in a big old jar, plastic jar. It looked like 2 of those big plastic jars.
Oh, that's
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Like when you did the.
Yep. Same. And how much sugar did you put in that? That's the better question.
So you always add sugar, right?
Yes.
Thank you. My brother Mark will be listening, and he will be thrilled because he used to add so much fucking sugar to Kool-Aid.
It's the rule. Like, don't listen to. I'm sorry, Kool-Aid, but you are not. No.
You ain't sugary enough.
Right. You need to put in a ton of sugar.
I totally agree.
Right.
You have to put the Kool-Aid in, and you got to do a shit like just.
You got to stir
a good layer of sugar.
Right, and you just stir as you pour. Stir as you pour, and you got to taste, and it's a whole process. Now I want Kool-Aid.
Me too, like some frozen Kool-Aid.
Ooh.
Frolade.
Okay.
Nope, not gonna work, folks.
I was gonna say, Jello shots.
Ooh, yum.
I can't drink for a while, actually.
Yeah. So Asia O'Hara, she did those jugs, for lack of better words.
Yeah, literally.
Were filled with butterflies.
Right.
And as she took each one off.
She put this in my nose.
Yes.
I had to take my earrings off. Sorry, guys. And
that sounds really bad. With
I know.
No context.
That's why I had to like say something. So
I
have my nose pierced. I'm gonna put this in my nose. I do not condone that. Neither do you.
No, that's hilarious.
My back of my earring fell off, so I had to take them out. But I was like, what if I put this big ass stone
up in your nose?
See, that sounds worse too. Like,
it does sound.
I don't know what stone.
This
I don't
big
know.
old rock in my nose.
There we go. I don't know drug terminology.
Drug words.
I was watching that show Mom today, and because they're all about like going to AA meetings and getting recovery, and one of the characters was like, if this was so and so, and this time, if there was an 8-ball, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's an 8-ball.
Oh, girl.
I don't know what that is.
I'll tell you after the podcast.
Okay, cool.
So Asia O'Hara threw these things in the air they clearly lost breath.
Right.
And air. These poor butterflies in these tubs were basically just like falling down like little soldiers.
Right.
Falling all over herself on the ground.
Right. And it looked like some of them. Well, it's funny because you can still see butterflies flying throughout the show.
Wrong. They finally got their like.
Yeah. They're like, sorry, we're awake.
Their
Our
flower
bad.
juice.
Right.
That was fucked up though. And the camera guy who zoomed in on those fucking butterflies.
Yes.
That was so wrong.
I was like,
you dirty man.
And yet he probably got a raise.
He sure did. He zoomed in on the butterflies, like barely made it on
it. Even without the butterfly, she just seemed like she was struggling because it totally took her out of her element. She was just like,
I felt this with all the queens. They did not perform to the songs. They performed with a gimmick first.
Yes.
And then they put that gimmick into every song.
Exactly.
Which was really frustrating because you think about like Sasha Velour's win last year, you know, with her.
It's so emotional, baby. you, babe.
That's right, baby. And those those rose petals falling from her wig. It was so authentic. It was just her tribute to her mom.
I wish she would have just stuck with the wig and not her gloves, because the gloves seemed like she was having a hard time getting those off. Yeah.
But it was still epic, and I think that puts the kind of the epsilon for the bar has been set to very high.
Yes.
And yeah, poor Asia. You could just tell it was so bad.
Right.
I mean, she was opening these little hand kind of like watch pieces and was like trying to blow them out.
Right. She's like, get out, come on.
But that whole attire, and even if the gimmick worked, just didn't work with Nasty. Right? I mean, Janet Jackson, Nasty. I mean, it's just there's no way.
Like, I assume they know what songs are coming up. They're given a list so
They're
they can prepare for the
exactly.
song. So, I don't know.
It was just crazy. And those butterflies did not work out for her.
Right, because it wouldn't have worked with the other song, too, now that I think about it. It can't be...
It just did not work whatsoever. So, yeah, ultimately what happened there is...
if you haven't noticed already.
Yes.
Cameron
moves forward, which makes the fourth place person Asia O'Hara. Cameron moved on to the lip sync for the crown, which means Aquaria and Eureka. They did lip sync to If.
Yes. If I was your girl, all the things I do for you. I'm going to stop singing that song.
That's Queen. That also by Janet Jackson.
Yes, also by Janet Jackson, which was a great song when I was younger, but then as I listen to the lyrics now, I'm like, oh, that was dirty.
Like, oh, stupid, girl. But I think Eureka killed that freaking lip sync.
Yes.
She nailed it.
Right.
And, she was mopping that stage with her poo. Say.
Yeah.
Because she made the splits and then she was like, pounding that poo say on the stage. And Aquaria did good, but it was like twirl, twirl, split, split.
Right. Which she hasn't had to really lip sync for her life ever, except for like the episode before the reunion. You know what I mean? Like, and they're all just like, we're just gonna.
And that was a weak ass performance too.
By all of them. Like,
they're like rolling.
Like, okay, cool. This is
one
great.
of those.
Like
that is all tea all. Shade.
It's like, ooh.
There it is. But yeah, no. So then, Mother Rupaul, tells them that they both Shantae, you both stay.
Right. Which I'm still a little I'm questioning that, because Eureka clearly won.
She did, and there has been confirmed reports that the crowd was chanting Eureka in the audience after that, and it was edited out.
Right.
Which I think is insane. And so Eureka really should have gone alone, in my personal opinion.
Right.
Come for me, Aquaria fans.
Right.
No, and then so all three of them then go on to do a lip sync for their life for the crown.
Now, what did you think about that final lip sync?
I think what happened is exactly what you kind of suspect, is it got so busy.
Yes.
There was too much shit show happening.
Too much
Splits, shit's flying off.
Right. Camera's
Aquaria
just
got
working
fucking fireworks.
Right. I'm like, that's the only thing you have, though. Like, I wasn't... This whole season, I haven't been really impressed by Aquaria, to be so honest with you. She's a great queen. I'm not trying to say, like, she's not...
And for her age, I mean, being early 20s, like...
Right.
Ooh.
Like, I know that people have been, like, demanding her on the season and stuff like that. So the minute she turned 21, she went on the show.
Yep.
Cool. That's great. Love it.
But...
I don't think she should have won. I mean, if we're truly just going off of lip syncs, then she shouldn't have won. If we're going off of the track record of the season, then yes, she should have won.
Yeah, that is...
Right.
Shade.
So, if RuPaul is actually saying that, like, this last one is going off of...
that lip sync or the whole season.
Right. If it's going off the whole season, cool. But what's the point of the lip sync then?
Yeah, it's literally to rise and shine in that moment.
Right. And at last season people didn't like it. So why did you bring it back again?
I know. I really thought they were going to have a top 3 again. And that was a great way to end it.
Right.
But LPiddy is exactly right. So RuPaul crowned a winner of Drag Race Season 10, which is Aquaria. Give it up, fake audience.
Right.
And so Aquaria won the crown, which, I think... I get it.
Right.
I always talk about people who get the crown sometimes need the clout more than the others.
True. And I guess. I don't think she didn't need no help, though.
I know, she's kind of killing it. But I also think if you think about Cameron and Eureka, I definitely think they have careers without Drag Race, whereas I don't. Not that I'm saying Aquaria wouldn't. That's not at all what I'm saying. But I think it's less likely than the other two. They're killing it.
Yeah. I love Eureka and Kameron. I love the top 4. I love all the queens.
I love
Screw
them
it.
all.
I love them
They're all so
Yes.
nice.
Oh, you know what? We need to talk about Miss Congeniality.
Miss Congeniality. Miss Congeniality.
Miss Christmas.
Yeah, no, Miss Congeniality 2018.
It's Chrysler.
So yeah, that was presented by 2 people. Nina Flowers from season 1
Yes.
came out, and then Valentina from last season was on the TV screen.
Yes, yeah. So she was broadcasted in. So
Berlin, yeah. Broadcast in from Berlin.
Was it Berlin? Or I thought it was.
I don't know.
Brazil.
It was something work the world tour.
Valentina wasn't there. She
she
thought
wasn't.
her tour was more important than the finale. So,
So she did a television screen
right.
appearance.
I would like to keep my mask on. Well, bye.
Did you catch Bebe Zahara Benet at the start of the episode, though? She's like, "Gentlemen, start your engines."
I was like, that's not how she says that.
Engines.
Her accent is still so strong.
Yeah, so Bebe Zahara Benet is the first winner of RuPaul's Drag
Yeah.
Race and all-star contestant.
Yeah.
And she's from Cameroon. And so she's like, yeah, the quote is, "Gentlemen, start your engines and may the best woman win."
Yes.
And she goes,
May the best woman win.
"Gentlemen, start
Start your
your engines." That was hilarious.
Right, but they all looked gorgeous. And
They
it was
did.
so good to see them. And I
All
wish,
in gold.
Yes, and I wish I could have saw. I wanted all the queens to be there. Honestly,
Same.
I wish they would have done like a parade of seasons.
Totally, but I thought that was kind of really cool that they did season 1 again. It's definitely the lost season.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I think that whole thing about like having the full gamut of queens, I think would be epic.
Right. Oh
I
my
totally
gosh.
agree with that.
I just think it would be amazing. So
So, folks, that is
that's RuPaul.
That is
Yeah.
RuPaul's Drag Race season 10.
I don't know how to feel right now because what do I do? I feel like it's football season again, and I don't have football. But football's about to start back up. So.
Oh yes, queen.
But it's not here right now, so I'm just.
Yeah, we might have some football topics. Hello, straight audience.
Hi. Come join me in my straight hood in football.
Yes.
Just kidding. Everybody likes football. Come
Everybody
on.
does. That's true. I really got into some sports for that 104.3 fan thing, which was fun. But, you know,
You threw out some balls.
I threw some balls. And speaking of things that were happening.
I swear you're about to say, speaking of balls.
Speaking of balls, actually, I got a text just now from my boo thing. He's at the store and he says there's boxers, sriracha boxers that are your size.
That's so funny that sriracha is still like such a big brand that's so popular. So like, let's just leave it at hot sauce.
That's right.
Why do
You
we
know
need
that's
boxers?
my drag name.
Sriracha.
Sarah Racha.
Oh, that's right. Yes, Sarah
Give it up.
Racha. Come into the stage, Sarah Racha.
She's hot like chili.
Feeling hot, hot, hot. That's
Like
your song.
chili.
Ready, no fire. Not a fire.
Feeling hot, hot, hot. So yeah, speaking something that was quite hot on the audience.
Yes.
Tanacon sunburned thousands of young teenagers.
Welcome to Tanacon, where you can look like SrirachaCon.
That's exactly right. That was, nailed it on the segue.
Yes.
But yeah, no. So Tanacon took place in Anaheim, California.
I'm angry at that.
Give me some.
Yes.
So Tanacon, Tanamojo, orders
Sriracha's up.
Sriracha's up. So Tanamojo is a YouTuber who has a pretty huge following.
That she should name Tanagram.
Tanagrams, exactly. We talked about this. But yeah, the Tanacon event happened this last weekend. 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, I was
in
like,
Anaheim, California.
I'm like,
And we actually went live. That was our episode. We were like, we gotta record.
right. Like all of a sudden, you texted me and was like, "Dude."
Look
Well, you
up
didn't
this-
say.
I
You
said,
literally
dude.
did not say, "Dude." Hey, yo, bro. And I'm like, "Why are you calling me bro? What the fuck?"
Yo, bro, dode, bro,
Bro. Hey,
See, I can't even say it, girl. I'm like, bro,
bruh.
broed.
I rolled my tail
Brood.
there. I can't even do it. Bruh.
But yeah, so Tanacon took place in Anaheim, California. Same weekend as VidCon, which
Good
is
old VidCon.
which is a huge
I don't know why I had to do a
convention.
piece with it.
Peace sign, no one can see it. And Tanamojo invited 80 plus creators to show up at this event,
Yes.
and support her. And she rented out the good old Marriott Anaheim.
Right. And then she had... Ooh, okay, phone. Phone's doing its own thing now.
Phone's doing it. So we
It wants to be on the table. I'm so sorry.
So we reported that at the night of Tanacon, that 20,000 people unexpectedly showed up. And we went on that number based on the official statement that came from Good Times, the entertainment agency behind it.
So we have to retract that statement.
Absolutely.
Because it wasn't that many.
That's right. So the sad news of it all is there was 5,000 people there, and 5,000 tickets were sold.
Yes.
Problem was capacity. So the hotel, which we'll get into a little further, could only hold 1,000 people.
Right.
So they really thought they were going to be filtering in the 5,000 people from outside.
Right.
That resulted in hours of waiting in the sun.
4 to 6 hours.
And if you just Google it or even put a little search in Twitter or even YouTube, you see these poor young gals who just wanted to show up and they're just lobster red. Just
Lobster. Did you watch the video of the birdhouse girl?
Oh, yes, girl.
I love it. She's a great painter. Like, I'm like, and she gave like a little tutorial how she blended and did her ombres. I was like, yes, bitch, thank you.
Get burned.
Yes.
Get burned. But that's the crazy thing is these kids just stood out there and they allegedly
got roasted.
Roasted, y'all. Boom. The shade button was everything. But yeah, so we talked about that a little bit. Tanacon ended up being canceled day 1, and then day 2 they totally kiboshed the whole thing.
Yes, which thank God they did.
And later, then what happened is Shane Dawson, the king of YouTube, which a lot of people are dubbing him. He's been around 10 plus years.
Yeah,
and
I think it's safe to say.
He did a little docuseries on the Tanacon. I would call it conspiracy, right? I mean, there's a lot of kind of background happening.
He said conspiracy a lot in there, too. And if you haven't watched it yet, literally just, we're not going to link it because you can find it, like, super quick.
Right.
Just look up Shane Dawson and that thing is going to pop
Shane
up.
Dawson Tanacon,
that thing is going to pop up!
And so he really got the two different sides, which was Tana Mojo, who, of course, was the convention named after.
Yes.
And then a guy named Michael Weist.
Who's the owner of Good Times.
Good Times Entertainment, yeah.
Yes.
And CEO. And he, a lot of blame, went kind of both ways. We did do a Twitter poll, folks.
Yes.
So for those of you who we just got just over 70 votes in on our Twitter poll, and the Twitter poll indicated, we basically asked, whose fault is this? Is this Tana's fault? Is it Michael's fault? Whose fault is it, folks? And overwhelmingly,
dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's get some very intense music while we pull up these results.
Oh my gosh.
So the results for Tanacon 2018 is...
I'm trying to follow along on my phone, but I'm about to throw it.
So we asked, who do you think is at fault for this whole Tanacon debacle?
Yes.
71% Tana Mojo.
Yes.
19% Michael Weist with Good Times Entertainment.
Yes.
In third place with 7% of the votes is VidCon.
Yes. And with 3% of the votes, Shane Dawson. I guess.
Yeah, we got into it. No, so that, we just kind of asked. There's a lot of opinions going around on it. But I think ultimately, even after the Tanacon docuseries, I think people are still kind of siding with, listen, Tana, you should not have got yourself involved with this. You should have done more homework.
Well, here's the thing. She said it straight from the get-go, like, if anything happens, it's all on me because it's literally my name. Yes.
Hello.
Right. And then there's clips of her saying, too, like, conventions take years. I mean, months to create. Like,
and she didn't take it.
Right. This docuseries, though, that Shane did, he
Intense.
Put his... Like the black people say with good food. Shane put his foot in this video.
He put his foot in this video, girl.
Put the foot in the video.
That's right.
No, so there was 3.
By the way. No, that's totally fine. You're putting the foot in me.
Hello.
But yeah, this was a 3-part series, and they averaged about 40 minutes. I think there was 30, 39 minutes, 41, and then close to 50, I think.
Yeah.
So that average is probably incorrect.
Wait, there's numbers, math. We didn't make the videos, okay?
But I've got to tell you, I absolutely likey that video.
Yes.
I really did.
You really like this song so much so that you bought a likey shirt.
That's so true.
From the All K-Pop shop, isn't that correct?
That's so right, LPiddy. And the All K-Pop shop, I used a very special link.
Yes, you did.
What link did I use?
You used my link.
Yes, I did.
Yes, indeed. Yes. So our link. It's my link.
It's hers.
Yes, it's my link. My link will be down below. But if you are a K-pop fan like I am, like I tried on my shirt today and my hat, and I was like, oh yes, I didn't wear it today.
They got cool stuff, girl.
I got a Big Bang shirt and hat. So I got from Fantastic Baby, like one of their really popular songs. I
just look at her and smile when she talks K-pop. I'm like, to me, it's just words, just word mumble. So, she's like baby food carrier. I'm like, I love her.
During improv today, I was thinking about how you thought I said rat monster instead of rap monster.
She's like beast mode computer. I'm like, love them.
I can't breathe.
No, so I did think you said rat monster, and it was actually
mouse murderer.
And I was like, what? And it's rap. Monster. Like a rap, hip hop rapping.
He'll rap you under the table. I mean, yeah,
that's right.
But I got a Big Bang shirt that says "Boom Shakalaka" because that's what my secret boyfriend says in that song.
Oh, is that a thing?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Boom Shakalaka. I'll play the song for you afterwards.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, and then I got a hat with one of their more recent songs. They don't have a lot of recent songs because they're currently in the military, except for one of the guys because they have to do their mandatory. Service. That's a whole thing. And then I got the Fuck It hat because it's literally the song is just Fuck It.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so
like Bucket,
but Fuck It. It's super cute. So I'll have to show off pictures one day.
That's right. Well, yeah, definitely. We'll link that down below, folks, for the good old K-pop shop.
Yes, and if you want to let us sponsor me for my next pageant, that's cool too. We'll put the link down below. Okay, cool.
Put that shit down there too.
Hey, wait a minute. You know what? There's one more link we need to put down there.
What other link do we need to put down there, girl?
There's this shirt that has our faces on it.
Oh my! Is it Versace?
Shannel.
Is it Gucci?
It is actually.
Is it Louis Vuitton?
It is actually Walmart. No kidding.
I think it's a Gildan shirt.
I think it is. It's a very nice shirt. It's very comfortable. We have worn them. I have one.
Yes, you do, and you've worn it. Yes. That's right. LPiddy is, of course, talking about our hashtag That Podcast merchandise.
Order is up.
So we will link that down below as well.
Yes, we're not like Tanacon who charges $200 for a t-shirt. Ours is only $30.
Yeah, and Tanacon, so they alleged that they were giving away thousands of free tickets.
Right.
And this docuseries kind of walked through both interviews with Tana, Michael Weist, who again was the CEO and owner of Good Times, which LPiddy mentioned. And they sold about 4,000 paid tickets when everyone was advertising this as a free convention.
Right. So that was just supposed to be... the paid one was supposed to be like VIP.
Exactly. So,
and I mean, for VIP tickets, they were a good price. Don't get me wrong.
What, $65, $70?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's usually a convention cost. I think for DragCon, that's what it was. We didn't have to pay it because we're media.
Media.
But everybody was like, I didn't see anyone with free passes. I didn't see. But then I also think about how they left badges laying around, so people were just grabbing badges.
Totally.
So...
yeah, that was a hot old mess.
Hot old mess.
Yeah, so there was a couple different things that were... so there apparently like $300,000 are being held by the ticketing company.
Yeah.
Who sold it all. So Good Times... and again, watch the documentary because it's fascinating.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I don't know that this documentary settled anything for me.
No,
I don't feel like I didn't
get an official answer. You know what I mean? So I don't know whose fault it is, but... you know, I'm still teeter-tottering because you see the footage that Tana has.
Yeah, which is...
But then again, how do we know if that's authentic footage?
That's just it. You have no idea. And same thing goes for the other side. There's a twist that kind of sides with them on their own videos.
This is such a huge he said, she said.
Totally.
And like, you got Michael who's like, oh, I'm going to be suing so-and-so. And Tana's like, I don't even know what to do. I'm just going to sit here and cry.
Yeah, you know, and Tana's what, 19?
I don't know.
19, 20, young.
Yeah.
And same thing with Michael Weist. I think he's 22 years old.
Yeah.
So these are babies literally putting on conventions for thousands of people.
Right.
So really, I mean, I think they, for lack of better words, I think they got in a little bit over their heads.
Right. But big thing is that they started this. You and Shane said this.
You hear the Shane Dawson?
You guys are spirit animals. Just please be friends so we can all be friends and travel together. But you can't do something out of negativity.
No, you can't do anything.
It will not succeed.
Anytime you work out of spite, it will never, ever succeed. And you're exactly right, LPiddy. And I say this all the time, it can be a secondary goal, but your primary goal cannot be revenge.
Exactly.
And unfortunately it was, and even he said that to her. So
I
listen.
just remembered something. So when we were like tweeting about it and stuff like that, I actually got like a really famous like.
Oh yeah, you did.
I did.
But it's like very bittersweet because you're because you're like it's so ironic because I'm the bitch here. Let's just be honest. And then LPiddy gets this like from
Perez Hilton.
Give it up.
Like there's been so many times where I follow him and unfollow him just for the stuff he says. And then all of a sudden he likes one of my tweets in regards to Tanacon. I'm like...
And the podcast. Yeah, it was crazy.
So we follow each other. Well, I follow him. I don't know if he follows me. I don't know. I will look.
Perez.
But he liked my tweet and I got proof. So
that was awesome.
Right.
Hopefully listen to the podcast.
Yes. Hopefully.
And if he is now... That's
shout
your
out
shout
to
out.
you. Yes, do better work. I mean, no, that's not what I meant.
No, but he has changed. I mean, since he had kids, I mean, he really kind of switched gears on all that fun stuff.
Indeedy.
So Tanacon overall was a complete and utter shit show.
Right.
And I mean, really, my sentiment is the same as last time. I don't think there was true evil intent.
Right.
And Shane really hit on it, you know, from the standpoint of, I don't think you even know that it wasn't coming from a good place.
Right. Like Shane was brilliant during this whole thing. He was just calling out people and stuff like that. Like
he was being shady as fuck.
Shady.
Shade. No, yeah, we should call him Shade Dawson because like that's
roasted.
Shade. No, but when he was talking to the people on the phones and like just the shit he was getting out of them, I'm like, girl,
right,
do it for the vine.
Do it. Snap, snap.
But yeah, that was so with that all said and done, you know, we had our opinions a couple weeks ago. Who do you think is at fault for this entire mess?
You know what? I think I'm still confused. Honestly, like when I
agree.
I voted in our poll, to be so honest. And other people did too, so it's okay. I first voted at Tana just because it is. She shouldn't have agreed to this. Agree. You know what I mean? She should have waited a year.
Researched for sure. But you get so hype, you get so caught up in it that sometimes you just got to take a break, take a step back, and.
I mean, granted, it seems like she does have some of her receipts. You know what I mean? But.
And I feel like in a weird way he does too. And this is Michael Weiss, CEO.
Right. So it's just that ultimate he said, she said.
It just felt dirty. The whole thing, right?
Dirty.
Just dirty, snaky.
And a scam.
That's what it looks like. That's what it feels like. So it probably is.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
How sad.
I know.
And you know, what's most sad is for all the creators who showed up, the thousands of little babies who were there. And I call them babies because almost everyone was under 20.
Right. Right. But you never know. There could have been actual babies there too. Just in the sun. I'm just saying. Tana. Baby's first one is Tana.
Bad. Tana burned babies.
Right. Exactly. But that leads us to our other point that we're starting a convention in a month.
That's right. It's called BabyCon.
BabyCon. It's talking about convict babies.
That's exactly right. It's talking about what babies?
Convict babies.
Oh, I like that. I just yes everything you say, and I'm like, I should probably see what you just said in case I just agree.
We're gonna have shitcon. It's just gonna be everything shit related.
Oh, I love it. Like shit statues.
Yes.
Yikes.
Oh my goodness. Exactly.
Shitcon.
That's like you know how you
2019.
You know how you open the door and somebody that goes like ding dong. That's what plays instead.
Oh, it's
when
all
you come through.
Doors open.
Yes.
Shitcon.
And you know how like some places like pump smells into places? It's just fart smells.
That podcast presents Shitcon 2019.
Actually, it's going to be sponsored by Poopery, so it's like all their
Poopery, oh girl.
Yeah.
Girl, you have too much Poopery in your house.
I do. I just like to be a good person.
Oh, LPiddy's house is so lovely. When you're like dodging the 19 security cameras. Like,
there is one that just has a really wide angle, okay?
I'm like, she sees everything.
Yes, I see you now.
I see. Hi. Right. But yeah, so
side note, I just realized I can talk through my camera now.
Ooh.
Yes.
What does that even mean, talk through your camera?
Like I can
like say something.
Yeah, like if somebody was in my house, or say if I have like a dog one day, I could be like, hey, because that's how I talk to dogs, and it's really weird.
And then he'll think you're Wally.
Yeah.
Wally or Evie.
And then when I get home, he'll be like, Mom, guess what? Your voice was on the camera.
I can't wait to meet your talking dog. Hello, Mom.
That's why I don't have a dog yet, because I can't find the talking one.
The talking one, those are very rare. Very quite rare.
Yes, but I'll get it.
Yes, you will, Mama. So yeah, so that was that. Tanacon was
a mess.
A hot-ass mess. There's no other way to say it.
Right, so I don't know. What do you think Tana's future is going to look like?
I think Tana goes unscathed. I hate to say it. I think this, if anything, got every single one of them, including Shane Dawson, Tana, and Michael Weiss, just more coverage. And including VidCon, frankly.
Okay.
I think this just got them... People are talking about it. We're talking about it. This is our second podcast about it.
This is very true. This is super true. Do you think they're going to be suing each other? I know lawsuits are going around already, but...
No, I think they're all full of shit. I think they're all too young. They're like, what are you going to take them to the fucking people's court?
Right.
There's no way.
Please rise for judges Jon Jon and LPiddy.
That's right. I think we should have a judge show.
Yeah, we should.
Like the people's court.
Mm-hmm.
The
Piddy Jon Jon
the court of podcast. The podcast
that
court.
Wow.
That pod court.
That pod court.
Hashtag that pod court.
If you'd like to see that as a video, please let us know. That pod court.
Pod conspiracies. All right, that one doesn't work as well.
I definitely looked at you like what?
I'm supportive of you, but that's fucking dumb.
Is that what my face said?
That's what it said.
It didn't feel
very
like
directly. So that's that. RuPaul's Drag Race. The winner, of course, is Miss Aquaria, and Monet Exchange is the Miss Congeniality. So give it up for them.
She's beauty and she's grace.
Yes.
She's Miss Congeniality.
Miss Congeniality. So we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, sooner rather than later.
Yes, we don't have to worry about fireworks.
No. So I am going to turn it over to my great pal, Lori LPiddy Pills.
Yes, and I'm going to turn it back to you. No, I'm kidding.
And we're just sending it back to one another.
I was like improv today because I just kept clapping. Well, we're tired. It's late, but you know what? We appreciate you so much. We are actually at like 7.3 million listens, plays.
Thank you.
On SoundCloud. So thank you so much. We're still flabbergasted about it. So thank you. If you haven't already, please follow us on all our social media below. We have the links mentioned down below too. But other than that, this is LPiddy and Jon Jon. We're going to bed. But other than that, bye. Vanjie.